They don't care about me. They don't care about my well-being. They treat me as if I am some sort of toy that they're able to make money from. They use me. Hi, my name is Henry, and I am an orca trapped here at SeaWorld, and I am here to share my story. I had a good life in the big blue oceans, swimming up to 100 miles a day, forming friendships, singing songs, jumping out of the water in celebration, and eating a variety of fresh foods. I was free, and I felt happy in my world with my family and friends. Now that I think about it, I took it for granted, because before I knew it, I was in a net, being pulled away from the only home I knew. I was scared for my life. I was so young, yet I remember this day as if it were yesterday. Seeing my mother's face as I was dragged away broke me. I wish I could see her one last time. After being taken away in a net, I remember waking up and seeing a big blue sign that read SeaWorld. Little did I know, this was the beginning of my nightmare. I was then placed into a small tank with hardly any room at all. I felt the sunlight constantly, and there was absolutely no shade or rest. The water in these tanks was awful because it was chemically treated. I felt sick. I also felt so incredibly claustrophobic. I was terrified. Here I am, alone, stressed, and there was no escape from this torture. The next few years I spent training and performing with SeaWorld trainers. Performing wasn't fun at all, and the tricks I learned for human entertainment seemed ridiculous, boring, and completely unnatural. The trainers would hurt me in so many ways. My life was a misery. Daily, I would perform for thousands of people. These people seemed kind and happy. However, I wonder why they would pay SeaWorld to abuse me. These humans fail to see that I am a sentient creature and I miss my home. Why could these crowds of people be with their families, but I could not? Every day at SeaWorld, I became sicker and lethargic. I was only fed when the trainers gave me food or as a reward for performing silly tricks. My body was deteriorating. I was being worked to death. Now I have an infection growing on my back that is really painful. SeaWorld is not treating me because they want to save money, even though the only reason they have money is because of me. So many of my orca friends at SeaWorld have died because of not receiving medical attention and care. Many of the whales here have committed suicide because they can no longer handle this loneliness and pain. At least 62 orcas have died in captivity at SeaWorld, and not a single one of old age. Actually, all the orcas I know have died when they were around 5 or 6 years old. Keep in mind, orcas can live up to 80 years in the wild. SeaWorld now holds 27 orcas captive in their marine tanks, including me. Please help me. Don't visit and support zoos or aquariums like SeaWorld. Educate everyone you can about this prison and how depressed and sick we all are. Sign petitions and do anything you can to make sure this pain doesn't happen to another animal. You have the power to do this, so please do it for me. If you want to learn more about orcas, watch us from afar in the wild. That is where we belong, in the wild. I don't want this life. My life sucks. SeaWorld sucks.